Hey guys, el enfoque gramatical de este mini cuento son las preposiciones. Una preposición es una palabra que va antes de un sustantivo o pronombre y lo conecta con el resto de la oración. Funciona como un puente para formar esa conexión. Su transcripción tendrá las preposiciones resaltadas junto con la explicación de cada preposición y cómo se relaciona con el resto de la oración. Recuerden, siempre es mejor aprender escuchando y observando. Así que, mientras ven este cuento en inglés, escuchen y observen las preposiciones. Disfruten el cuento.
The Dream Journey. Victor sits up in his bed. There is a picture of a woman on his bedside table. Her name is Victoria. Victor has actually never met Victoria in person, but they talk or text every day on the phone and they often video chat. They have known each other for 6 months. She is a very kind and caring person, and he is happy that they share similar names. Victor is excited because in 2 days they will finally meet each other face to face. He smiles as he walks into the bathroom to take a shower. During his shower, he thinks about the long drive ahead of him. Victoria lives on the other side of the country, but since Victor is afraid of flying, he decides to drive across the country to see her. He sits at the table and quickly eats his breakfast. He eats quickly because he wants to leave at 6 a.m. His keys are hanging on the wall. He gets in his car and begins the long drive. The scarf that Victoria sent to him is around his neck. It begins to storm. It is hard to see the road, so he pulls over until the storm passes. After the storm, he continues his journey. He begins to imagine the fun they will have. On the weekend, they are going to have a picnic in the park with her friends. He is looking forward to meeting her friends. Many of her friends will already be at her apartment when he arrives. He stops several times to eat and to rest, and he sleeps in his car. Finally, he arrives in the city where she lives. He is very excited. First, he checks into the hotel where he will be staying during his visit. Then he continues to drive to her apartment. Her apartment building is just as she had described it. He calls her number as he walks across the parking lot. There is no answer. He walks up the stairs. There is a note on the door. It says, "There is a note for you under the rug." He bends down and lifts up the rug. He sees an envelope. He picks it up and opens it. There is a note inside the envelope. It says, "Dear Victor, I'm sorry that you drove across the country to see me. I have some bad news. I didn't know how to tell you, so I had to write it in a note. I don't want to see you. Even though I enjoy talking to you on the phone, I don't believe that we belong together. I'm very sorry. Please forgive me." Victor can't believe what is happening. He tries to call her. There is no answer. He knocks on the door. He knocks again and again. Then he begins to bang on the door. A neighbor woman opens her window. "Why are you knocking on the door of an empty apartment?" Victor is confused. "Excuse me? Doesn't a young woman named Victoria live in this apartment? Did she move?" Victoria? No one lives there. The apartment's been empty for a year. What? But that's impossible. I've been sending cards and letters to this address for months. Look, Mr. My name is Victor. The lady's eyes widen. A look of surprise is in her eyes. You're Victor? Yes, that's me. She begins to laugh. You drove across country to see Victoria? You drove across country to see someone who doesn't exist? Her laughter seems to echo across the sky. Victor becomes dizzy and he opens his hand. But, this note in my hand. Everything begins to spin around and around and he feels himself falling. He looks over at his bedside table. There is no picture of a woman named Victoria. There is only a clock sitting on the table. He puts the pillow over his head and goes back to sleep.